The migration crisis in the Mediterranean has grown to unprecedented proportions this summer. EU action to deal with the issue has become more urgent than ever. Manfred Weber, chairman of the strongest political group in the European Parliament, says only a common EU response will provide a lasting solution to the problem.
When we see the pictures of the migration flows during the summer break and the summertime, then everybody is aware that we have a huge responsibility in front of us, a huge challenge in front of us. And we have to understand that we only can solve this problem with a European answer. We need a common European answer. That's the starting point. And then we come to the concrete measures, and that means that we have to be, as European Union, a safe harbor for those peoples who need really our help. For Syrian refugees who are coming out of a civil war, it's needed that we open our door for such peoples, but on the other hand, for EPP it's clear to fight against misuse of the system.
Reinforcing the Union's external borders is also of paramount importance, as is redefining the Dublin rules on asylum seekers.
Europe has the right to defend the external borders. That's not only the right, it's an obligation to do this. And that means concretely that the member states who are in charge of this has to make the efforts to protect the borders, to decide on the borders who is allowed to come in to the European Union and who is not allowed to come in. And we as EPP, we are asking for a European approach if member states are failing. That's the case at the moment in some of the areas on the European external border. And therefore we want to strengthen Frontex, our agency in Warsaw, who is responsible for the external border control. We have already on the European level existing regulations and legislation on asylum, and the main question is first of all to implement them, to do it in reality, in the daily life. On the other hand, we need more, and more means that we need a solidarity mechanism on the European level to talk about burden sharing on the European level. And we ask now the member states to be open for the proposal of Jean-Claude Juncker to implement such a solidarity mechanism. The criteria are now open to discuss. That's the job of the next weeks. But the principle to ask for a fair burden sharing mechanism on European level, that is absolutely clear for EPP.